Well, hello there. It's Sunday morning, and I do apologise for not doing my normal Friday blog, but I had other things to do. As you may have, as I may have told you, I can't remember if I did now. Yeah, getting old. Anyway, I told you I put my car in on Thursday to get the extra accessories fitted. Well, anyway, they couldn't fit all of them on the Thursday, so they carried on onto the Friday. And anyway, I got a phone call on Friday saying that still hadn't finished and that they would need an extra day. Well, I need the car on Monday, and then in a week's time, I go away back to sea again. So it's going to be. I can't get the last of the accessories fitted to my car. The last thing they need to fit is the front. The passenger and driver side doors are going to get these light projectors which illuminate the floor as you open the car door. Like I said before about the camping, if you're out camping, it's nice to see what you're stepping into when you open your car door, because the entire car park in a campsite is completely blacked out normally at night time, which is rather good if you're star watching. Anyway, so I got to drive, because they gave me a courtesy car while they were fitting these optional extras. They had months to get these, and they had plenty of time to fit them, but they never did. So this is probably why I'm quite happy to take a courtesy car. No guilt there. Anyway, so I got to drive a manual gearbox version of the car that I've got now. So the layout inside was fairly similar, the radio controls, the seat controls, although it was a bit more basic than my one. There was no heads-up display. Even though I had the car 2 weeks, I've got quite used to driving it. It wasn't even 2 weeks then. By the time I'd given it away, it was about 10 days that I'd had the car, and within those 10 days, I had got quite used to having a heads-up display. It's amazing how some technology fits into your way of life seamlessly. Anyway, but going back to this manual car, no heads-up display, and it was a manual gearbox as well. Makes it a bit more clunky. The wheels weren't. I think the wheels were a 17-inch size. Well, on my car, they're 19 inches. It does make all the difference. The ride is a lot smoother, I think. Anyway. What else was that? It didn't have a forward-facing parking camera, which was okay. But that was one thing that I had noticed with my particular car is that it's got 4 cameras all the way around, and you can see where your front bumper's driving up to. So when you're parking up against something, you can see where you're going, rather than having to just judge the distance. And in my old car, I did judge the distance wrong on one particular journey, but put a slight dent in the underside of the bumper, where there was a slight scoop for the air. Anyway, so that was one difference, was the fact that it had no cameras on the front end, which was not so good. And it still had the same lane assist, or lane keeping assist, which I managed to turn off instantly as soon as I got into the car. But it's definitely, I think, definitely worth going from the basic model of the car. It's definitely worth spending a little bit more on going for the next version up, simply because my car. I just love my car. It's so much better to drive than the old car. It feels a lot lighter. My particular car, my Hyundai Tucson facelift version. I do like that car. I really do like that car. I think I definitely made the right choice. Although, like I said, I spent 3 months deciding on what particular car I was going to get. And so I did. I got that car. It was a lot of research, and it is turning out to be one of my best decisions ever. Yeah, okay, it's brand new, so it's going to lose a lot of money straight away, but at least I can say it's my car, and there's no finance on it. There's nothing. It's mine. That car is mine. It's not going to cost me anything. The only thing it's going to cost me is next year is for the road tax. And one of the things in the budget, it's stipulated that luxury cars were going to have to pay an extra tax, or if your car produced more in the way of emissions next year. Well, my car just falls under that bracket, so it falls into a nice window of opportunity to secure a lower road tax, which is very, very good. Well, for me, it's very good. As that was the whole idea of buying this car, was to get a better economy and fuel consumption. One of the things about driving the manual gearbox version, it's same size engine, it's still a 1.6 litre engine, but I'm getting 40 miles to the gallon, and this thing that I was driving the other day was only giving me about 34 miles to the gallon. So having the hybrid version was actually saving me at least 6 miles an hour, because I haven't done that many miles, and I haven't revved the engine. I haven't gone into high levels of RPM on the engine. I'm just breaking it in still. I've got a minimum of 400 miles to go before I break it in, and 600 miles is what the book says. They say after that you can consider the engine broken in, and of course I've got a big journey coming up on Monday, so hopefully everything will go okay. But I should break the engine in. By the time I come back, I'll have roughly getting on for about 800 miles on the clock. So I'm going to then put the car in for its service in December, having its first oil change and filter change. I think it's very important, really, that you should get your engine, if it's a brand new engine, is to get the oil filter changed and the oil changed within 1,000 miles, simply to get all the tiny microparticles out. Now, if you did an analysis on this oil, there's several YouTube videos out there on this, but the metal particles, you might not be able to see them with the naked eye, but they're there. And a lot of these metal particles will be harder than the bearing material that is in the car itself. As you know, the conrods and the cylinders are all made out of slightly harder metal than the bearings that the bottom end or the top end bearings might have, and the journal bearings, the camshaft bearings will all have the bearing material is very soft. It's you can scratch it with a pen, if you know what I mean. Just scratch the surface. So yeah, it's a lot. That's what it's designed to do. It's designed to deform and bed into the hardened surfaces that are rotating inside the bearing itself. So yeah, that's what I've got booked in, is that service. But having to get 6 miles per gallon more out of the engine, you might sound not. Sorry, I'm getting tongue tied. It might not sound a lot, but when you're putting in, say, 100 gallons, that's 600 miles extra. It makes up a fair bit. So I'm quite pleased that I'm going to get at least a minimum of 40 miles per gallon. We'll see what it's like after a long motorway journey, because I haven't done any motorway driving. There's been a couple of dual carriageways up near to the garden centre that I go to. There's a dual carriageway there where I can get up to 70, but that's no more than 2 miles long. And as you know, when you're travelling at 70, you're doing more than a mile a minute. 60 miles an hour is a mile a minute. So yeah, I was only on there for 2 minutes, and then I pulled off. And the same on the way back again. But I've only done that once, so that's two 2-minute journeys at 70 miles an hour. So that's the fastest I've done in my new car. Anyway, so that's going to be exciting on the getting out and getting the mileage in. Yeah, I had my first ever bird strike on the car. When I say bird strike, I mean bird poo. Yeah. Anyway, so bird poo on the new paintwork. So I was out there this morning scrubbing. Well, I've got some. One of the kits that they gave me for the car was a car cleaning kit, and in there is a special bird poo removing solution, which you just wipe off the bird poo and then rinse it with some water. So I did all that. I'm going to clean the windows. To clean it, the windows are nice clean for my journey on Monday. Check the oils, and I chopped up the washer bottle, so I'm fine. I'm good to go. Yes. The dog's going again. It's been there's quite a few dogs barking at each other. I don't know whether they're neighbours' dogs or whether it's a breeding program or what. I don't know. But it's really, really annoying. Anyway, I've just noticed our rose bush. I haven't really spent a lot of time in the garden this time home. Just noticed in the rose bush there we've got new roses coming out. Yeah, how strange is that? It's in. It's because the weather. The winters are becoming more mild. The summers don't seem to be getting any hotter, but the winters are becoming more mild. So the plants are doing really, really well. And we've got this big bush down here. I don't know what it's called. It was given to us by one of Sarah's mother's friends, who's got lots of these plants in their garden. It's quite fragrant, really. So that's quite nice, having a bit of fragrance in the garden. Anyway, what else has been happening in my little world? I'm going to put a photograph in now of the pumpkins that we carved for Halloween. Yeah, I know it's an American thing, but times are moving on, and I don't think we're going to change it. So we might as well accept it. As much as we might dislike American things coming over here, I quite like Halloween. It's to see some of the little kids in there. Some of them made a real effort, but some of them didn't. Anyway, they started knocking the door at 4:00. Yeah, we hadn't even lit the pumpkin candles, or got everything ready anyway. So we hastily got the sweets into the bucket at the door, and then we ran out of sweets. Come 6:30, we'd run out. Yeah, there's so many of them. Sarah made some little bags up with put loads of sweets in each bag, thinking that there wouldn't be that many people turning up like last year. Wasn't so many, but no. After the first couple of people came, we suddenly realised we're going to have to split these bags up and just tell them to take one each. So towards getting on to 5:00, they were down to getting one sweet each because there's so many of them. But yes, some of them made a real effort in dressing up, but they still kept coming, even though we blew the candle out in the pumpkins and pulled the curtains and turned all the lights off. They still kept coming. So I don't know how to say, look, we've run out. We haven't got any more. Because I suppose we could have asked them if they wanted a cup of pumpkin soup. But yeah, Sarah made butternut squash soup for not firework. No, we're talking about Halloween. Yeah, and of course yesterday we had lots of fireworks for firework night. Well, unfortunately, firework night isn't until Monday. Yeah. Anyway, that's when we're going to have ours. We've got a few fireworks to set off, so we're going to have them on Monday. That'll be quite nice. These are low noise fireworks, so if there are any pets that can hear them, they won't be able to hear them because they're low noise. So that will be good. Like I say, our little dog used to get a little bit upset with the fireworks, and we just told him no. We just said no. We didn't get excited. We didn't praise him for getting agitated. We just said no, and that was the end of it. He kind of looked at us and went, "What do you mean? What do you mean I can't get upset?" Well, yeah, you can't get upset. It's only a noise. It's not like there's someone coming in. But their ears are a lot more sensitive than ours. They can hear noises a lot quieter than we can hear, and certainly a lot quieter than I can hear, because my hearing isn't so good anymore. Years and years of working on board ship. My dad went deaf. So whether it was because of his job that he went deaf, I don't know. But yeah, maybe it's hereditary. Yeah. And of course, I perforated my eardrum years and years ago. That started the tinnitus in this ear, and now I've got tinnitus in both ears, so it's not so good. I do have some devices that I can put in my ear that reduce the tinnitus significantly, but on the downside, it increases the low frequency sounds. Sorry, the high frequency sounds. So imagine that you're in a canteen. You can hear the plates clunking and clicking right the other side of the canteen, and even the washing up stuff that's going on inside the back of the canteen. I can hear all that, and it's really annoying. Went to a pub to celebrate someone's birthday, and boy, the noise in the pub. I just had to take these things out because I could hear conversations going on the other side of the pub that were nothing to do with our little group. So, yeah, they have got their uses, but they do have a downside. Hearing aids. Well, I've waffled on for 16 minutes again. Oh yes, I looked at. I went online. I did a bit of research into my little channel that I've got, and I looked at all the likes and looks at the dislikes, and there's still the Alex Belfield followers are still giving me the thumbs down every single video, no matter what I say or what I do, whether it's good news or bad news. I get 2 thumbs down every single video. I'm assuming it's the same sad little individuals, but what they don't realise is that every interaction, thumbs up or a thumb down, counts as an interaction and puts my video out there. YouTube doesn't care if it's a positive like or a negative like. What they want is interactions, people watching the video. So all those people that give it a negative like, you're actually doing me a favour. So you're best off not giving me a dislike. If you don't want to watch my videos, don't watch it. But yeah, give it a thumbs down if you really need to, because it still boosts my channel. Yeah. Anyway, Alex Balfield's still going to be inside, isn't he, for the next 6 months? You're still going to spend this Christmas inside. Yeah. And of course, do you really think he'll be ready to be released in June? Oh, I don't think so. From what I'm hearing, he's struggling. But anyway, what do I know? What else is there to talk about? Not a lot, really. I think Sarah's looking forward to our little break that we're doing. She actually woke up this morning thinking that it was Monday. Oh, she thought, no, it's not. She's still got to go to work. But yeah, she went. That's right. She had her Saturday off. That's right. She went to IKEA in Leeds, which is quite a few miles away. Normally she takes the coach, goes with a group of her friends, but she went in her car this time just to give her car a blast out. Like I told you, it's a Vauxhall Mocha. I think the other maker is Opel. Opel's the other brand name for the same company, Vauxhall. Anyway, so she went to Leeds, give her car a bit of a blast out. It's a diesel, her car, and she gets 50-something miles to the gallon on her little car. And occasionally she gets this symbol on the dashboard that says that she has to give it a blast down the motorway because it's got some kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Something to do with the diesel fuel anyway. It's it's something to do with the particles that build up inside the exhaust. You have to give it a blast out to clear these particles away. And there is a sensor in the car that says to do it. Anyway, so that killed 2 birds with one stone. She gave it a good blast out down the motorway. And that's her first ever big motorway run, apparently. She says she's never done it in her new car. Yeah. So she's happy with her car, and I'm happy with my car. Anyway, so she bought herself a wine rack. We have got a wine rack next to the cooker, the other side of the cupboard. there's a small wine rack that's got 6 bottles of wine, and of course we do have an extra 5 bottles of wine, so we needed a space above the cupboard, and she got this thing, and it just fits in, which is handy, yeah, for her wine. The wine that Sarah likes is a jammy red roux. I don't know if any of you have ever watched drunk jammy red. It's from Yellowtail. It's absolutely fantastic. It's very sweet, if you like sweet wines. Yeah. Anyway, so, blimey, gone on to 21, getting on for 21 minutes. It will be 21 minutes by the time I've finished. So, like always, I don't add the midterm adverts, simply because it's just a talkie, and I hope you managed to get to the end. 21 minutes is a long time to listen to someone rabbiting on, isn't it? Anyway, so that's it. It's a Sunday, and we're going on holiday for a couple of days, so expect to see some video footage. We're planning on going to a gardens and farm shop, so we should see some good sights there. Hopefully the day will be good, and I'm planning on going to a zoo as well, so we might get to go to a zoo. So we'll see what happens there. Anyway, so that's getting on. We're getting on for 22 minutes now. Thank you for your indulgence, and I hope to see you all on the next one, and hopefully it will be a good one. See you then. Bye.